So one of the great young players on the PGA Tour, Tom Kim, has a beautiful golf swing. And actually what I'm going to show you is how he hits a knockdown shot. One of the most important shots, those in-between clubs that you struggle with, this is absolutely flawless on how to get this done. So pay attention to this. First of all, set up position. He's got the ball a little bit back in his stance. That's telling you that he's going to flight this down a little bit. And from this angle, hard to see, but he's standing a little bit closer to the ball as well. Now, when he takes the club back, and this is great, you're going to see him use his body to move the club head back. So a really good rotation with the body. Look at how there's no bend out of the right arm right there. Blow that up for you. That arm right there is nice and straight. Now, let me shrink that back down just a little bit, so we'll bring it back to there. Okay, now as he starts to go in, he doesn't really set the club either with his wrists, which is awesome. This is another way to take some speed out of a shot, take some ball speed out of a shot, and also how to flight this thing down. So not a lot of wrist set, not a lot of bend in the hands, and there he is about at the top of the swing right there. So the club almost looks like it's pointing straight up, like perpendicular to the ground. This is what a knockdown shot looks like. It's a good full turn, but you're taking speed out by not letting the club travel as far, and the arms are stopping when the body stops. It's just absolutely textbook. Now when he starts to come down, the lower body and the upper body are working hard. The upper body's probably working a little bit harder than normal. As he starts to come through here, he doesn't get rid of the angle. He carries it right in through the strike. You can see the shaft of the golf club has a nice lean to it. That's telling you he's flighting this thing down. So all this stuff is to bring the trajectory down. Ball back, shorter backswing, shaft leaning as he comes into the strike. Now watch the last part of this. When he comes through, that is not a reset, a rehinge, none of it. And the follow-through ends right there. So it's not a full follow-through. But look at where he is at impact right here. Look at how much his upper body and lower body have rotated open, and they keep rotating, carrying the golf club. So it looks like the shaft of the golf club in that position right there is pointing right back to his chest, to his stomach. He hasn't released the club, forearm rotated. He hasn't done any of that. He's hanging on to that. That also helps flight this golf ball down. All of what he has done is in an effort to keep this ball low, and then he gets into that follow-through, which is a full finish with the chest and a full finish with the hips, but he hasn't let the arms and hands reset the club so that his hands are now above his shoulders, and at ear high, you can see his hands are below his ears and in front of his body there. That's all to flight this down. This is the perfect way to flight the golf ball down. Tom Kim showing you how to do that.